Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Viox, and today we're going to be checking out One Piece episode 966. Last episode, we got to see the two goats, Roger and Whitebeard, clash. Hopefully, we get to see a little bit more of the King of Pirates in action today. Last episode, we saw that he easily handled Odin, who is incredibly powerful. He took him out with a single swing, so hopefully we get to see some more of that in action today. But let's go ahead and get into it. I wish I could play the intro music for you all because it's really good, but unfortunately that would lead to an instant copyright strike, so. I love young Buggy. He just looks so weird. Like, hold on. Look at this man. He just looks so out of place. I don't know. Something about his facial structure is just really strange to me. This is just a recap, so we've already seen this. I didn't do a reaction to last week's episode because I was pretty busy, but anybody who watched last week's episode knows what happens next. We get to see Roger styling on him. He just looks so badass. Shanks with the Shanks has the Roger hat on top of the straw hat. So Roger's already given Shanks the straw hat. Panty shot 1. I love these. Just like, imagine just being one of these random people on Roger's crew. You're just like a mostly normal guy on the King of Pirates crew. Rayleigh and Scopper Gabon. Roger's just... Of course he wants to fight him. Roger's so happy. Yo. Divine departure. Boom. Dunzo. He just barely even... Roger is just on another level. He literally just barely goes boop, and he just decimates Odin. He just doesn't have a chance. And keep in mind, Odin is like basically an emperor level fighter. Like, we know that he fought with Kaido. This animation is so good. Let's go. They just blow up the whole fucking island. I thought that was Marco for a second. God, I love young Whitebeard. He's probably my favorite character. Roger is just so fucking cool too, though. Looking good, bro. Everybody take notes, because these are some of the strongest fighters in all of One Piece. Odin's just like, what the fuck? Just a good old reminder that this is still a pirate show about stealing things. God, Jozu is so cool too. I love his fruit. Their battle lasted for 3 days. Dude, Rayleigh, oh, you're such a beast. I love you so much. He fucking stopped Marco with a finger. Oh my god. Scopper versus Odin. I feel like Odin should win that. The close-ups of their eyes. Okay. And now they're just trading because they're friends. Yep. Just exchanging gifts now. Poor Buggy. Look at how much more damaged Buggy is compared to Shanks. He didn't sleep during the last 3 days. They say he's never slept even once since he was born. That's interesting. Oh, here we go. So Roger has one of the poneglyphs and he's having Odin read it. They made it to Lodestar. One more island, yep. So we're just relearning some more information like what we learned at Zoe. I never realized or wondered why, but shouldn't they just be able to find the last island using their observation hockey? Like, maybe, I don't know. I mean, obviously not, but just something to think about. You'll what? What will you do? Yeah, I mean, standing before Roger is probably a pretty surreal real moment. That guy just doesn't do the laugh as good as the original Whitebeard does, but he's okay. They're just old friends. Let me borrow Odin. Wait, me? Roger bowing before Whitebeard. Shut up, Scopper. Dude, he's so strong. Like, just him messing around causes the entire island to shake. Does Odin believe in fate? That's the question. I'll do it. The anime adding in those faces is the best thing that they've done. How different would things have been if they had gone with them? He's still mad. Food. Give the food back. We don't need it. Aww. Whitebeard is such a... I'm not gonna say he's a nice guy, but he's a good guy. Three of the strongest characters in the entire history of the series are on the same ship right now. Roger, who's like most likely undisputably the number 1 or number 2, behind maybe Rox or Prime Whitebeard. It's whatever for them. Rayleigh is the Dark King. He's undoubtedly, at least in the top probably 5 of all time, I would say. I think Rayleigh himself personally is on Emperor tier. Oh look, it's Hiyori. She's so cute. Little blue hair. And then of course Odin is ridiculously strong too. We all know that, but the ship right now is by far probably the most powerful pirate ship to ever be put together. I don't know. If you all think any other pirate ship is stronger than the one that's currently sailing right here, then feel free to let me know in the comments. I can't think of any other one. The only other one that would come close would be Rox, but I still think this one is stronger. And Nekomamushi and whatever. I can never remember his name. Dog Storm and Cat Viper. They've disappeared. Oh, he's so mad. That's obviously not true. He's stupidly strong too. I don't know if it's explained it or not, but basically, so they have gone back from the end of the Grand Line back to the beginning of the Grand Line. So they're back in Mocktown, underneath of Skypiea. We know that Roger has been to Skypiea before and saw the poneglyphs. So basically, he's taking Odin back along with the rest of his crew on through another journey back through the entire Grand Line once again to revisit the poneglyphs. But this time they have Odin, so he's actually able to read them. There's no way they're not rich. Like, just buy it. I want to have Odin. I bet Odin's actually really delicious. Yeah, shoot him. Oh boy, here we go. Straw Hat. Is that a grenade? Like, that'll do anything to him. Give me a break. They are heavily underestimating how strong this man is. I don't know if they just didn't see him fight or what. I guess all Scopper saw was he got one shot by Roger. So I guess he doesn't really know how powerful he is, but... that means that we can kill them, right? This is the one thing that I'm not upset about them, like, drawing stuff out, because, like, I don't believe that anything like that even remotely took that long in the manga. But this is great expanded stuff to watch, so... that's a big fucking pot. Oh, that looks so good. Oh, it looks so good. Hot as fuck. Hot as fuck. Ume. I'm surprised none of them were like, oh my god, it's so hot. There we go. Is that a thing? Are, like, cat tongues just, like, really sensitive? Get a nice little song here. Odin wouldn't be Odin if it wasn't boiled. Something to remember. Alright guys, so we got a pretty good episode there. I really liked this episode, actually. Maybe the last one was about as good as this one, but I definitely think this one was a solid 9 out of 10, maybe 10 out of 10. A couple of things I want to just talk about. First was the conversation between Shanks and Buggy about young Blackbeard perhaps maybe not have been able to sleep. This is something that a lot of people speculate is a side effect of a potential devil fruit that he may have. Obviously, there's nothing confirmed about what his devil fruit powers are. We know that he killed Thatch and took the dark fruit, but we also then know that, you know, he took Whitebeard's fruit as well at Marineford. And some people like to think that that is, you know, some sort of like a Cerberus fruit, where he has the ability to stockpile up to 3 different fruits. That's a pretty popular theory, and a lot of people think that this is the fact that he never sleeps is maybe a side effect of that. Other people just think that it's maybe something that has to do with him being a very, I guess, just messed up person who has a lot of nightmares and would rather just force himself to stay awake, which eventually, if you don't know, I mean, if you never sleep, it's gonna drive you insane. So that's potentially something that's caused him to go crazy as well. And then the next thing that I just kind of want to talk about as well is the journey that we're now about to go on with Odin and Roger. So Roger has taken Odin, or invited Odin onto his ship, and now basically, like he had said before, he had ran into the poneglyphs previously, and it didn't go over this. So I'm not for sure why it doesn't really say it. Basically, it just cuts from them talking, and then all of a sudden they're back at Jaya in Mocktown. So I don't know why I didn't go over it, but basically he is taking his entire crew back on a journey again through the Grand Line from beginning to end so that he can recollect the road poneglyphs and decipher all of them using Odin. So this basically confirms that the poneglyph that we saw that he had signed back in Skypiea that's actually the second time basically that he had been to Skypiea, if I'm remembering correctly. And that, you know, when we first saw that, a lot of people thought, wow, we thought that, you know, Roger is able to read the poneglyphs. Now we know that that is, of course, not the case. A lot of people were initially contributing that to the voice of all things that we know that Luffy and potentially Momonosuke also have, with the ability to communicate with the elephant, with Zoe. But that's obviously not the case now, since Luffy can't read the road poneglyphs either. Now Momonosuke should be able to, or is able to, since he's got that ability passed down through it. He can read in that language, potentially, but I don't think he's been taught it yet. So maybe Robin can teach him if he hasn't been taught it yet. I'm not 100% sure on that, honestly, but maybe she can teach him so that stays within their family lineage, if that is the case. But no, we know that Odin is the one who was reading it for Roger, and Roger just happened to sign the poneglyph because that's just the kind of guy he is. So he just kind of left that there for anyone else to find in the future, aka Luffy. But that's pretty much it for this episode, guys. I think there should be another episode next week, so I'm looking forward to that. If you all like this video, make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.